Sweet Holiday of 2022 event by Colton Dennis. Hello everyone and welcome to Sweat Holiday. We have great matches for you here tonight, said announcer number 2. That's right. Tonight the picks are still coming, with hopefully 4 great matches in store for all of you, said announcer number 1. Oh, I can't wait any longer, said announcer number 2. Then let's get to the ring and start this night off, said announcer number 1. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall and is an 8-man tag team ladder match. The first team to climb the ladder and retrieve the clipboard will be the next pick for ADW Hatred Slam. Introducing the challengers: Ghost, the global champion, Hazard, the Hippo, and the Duke, and their opponents, Genie, Puppeteer, Slayer and Perfection, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. All 8 are attacking each other. The Duke grabs Puppeteer, then throws him over the top rope. Puppeteer lands onto the floor. Ghost gets clotheslined over the top rope. The Hippo clotheslines Slayer. Perfection kicks the Hippo's stomach, then tries whipping him. The Hippo, holding onto Perfection's right arm, then whips him over the top rope. Genie dropkicks Hazard. Hazard goes through the middle ropes. Genie bounces off the ropes. The Duke grabs Genie by his throat, lifts him up, then chokeslams him onto the mat. Genie groans. Ghost picks up a ladder. Puppeteer jumps onto the steel stairs, then does a crossbody onto both Ghost and the ladder. Both Ghost and Puppeteer are groaning. Both Perfection and Slayer pull onto the Hippo's legs. The Hippo gets pulled out of the ring. The Hippo punches Slayer, then turns towards Perfection. Perfection kicks the Hippo's stomach again, then bounces his head off the announce table. Man, they're right out here in front of us, said announcer number 2. Hazard runs, then hits Perfection's back. Perfection groans. Hazard bounces Perfection's head off the announce table. Slayer kicks Hazard, then bounces his head off the announce table. That's one way to use your head, said announcer number 1, laughing. That was a good one, said announcer number 2. The Duke is standing in the ring. Genie appears on the ledge of the ring, jumps up, then springboards himself. The Duke catches Genie by his throat again. You really want to do this, huh? Asked the Duke, lifting Genie. Puppeteer swings a steel chair. The steel chair hits the Duke's back. The Duke groans, then drops Genie. Puppeteer swings the steel chair again. The steel chair hits the Duke's head. The Duke is staggering. Puppeteer swings the steel chair again. The steel chair hits the Duke in his head again. The Duke goes through the middle ropes. Are you all right? Asked Puppeteer. Yeah, thanks, said Genie. We need a ladder, said Puppeteer. Both Genie and Puppeteer turn around. Ghost appears on the top rope, jumps off, then does a crossbody onto both Genie and Puppeteer. Nice crossbody by Ghost, said announcer number 2. Slayer slides a ladder into the ring. Ghost stands up, then turns around. The ladder goes into Ghost's face. Ghost rolls outside of the ring. Slayer sets up the ladder, then starts climbing up it. Hazard slides into the ring, then grabs Slayer's left leg. Slayer struggles, then pushes Hazard off his left leg. Hazard climbs up the other side of the ladder. Both Hazard and Slayer appear at the top of the ladder. Perfection slides into the ring, stands up, then grabs Hazard's right leg. Hazard tries kicking Perfection. Slayer reaches for the clipboard. Hazard tips the ladder. The ladder falls over. Both Hazard and Slayer land onto the mat. Perfection sets up the ladder, then starts to climb up it. The Hippo slides into the ring. bounces off the ropes, then squishes Perfection into the rungs of the ladder. Perfection falls off of the ladder. The hippo grabs Perfection, then throws him through the middle ropes. Perfection lands onto the floor. The hippo turns around. Genie dropkicks the hippo. The hippo staggers. Puppeteer dropkicks the hippo. The hippo is still staggering. Both Genie and Puppeteer dropkick the hippo. The hippo goes through the middle ropes. Genie, looking at the hippo, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, flips over the top rope, then lands onto the hippo. What a move by Genie! Taking out the hippo, said announcer. Number 1. The Duke grabs Genie, then throws him into the barricade hard. Genie holding his right shoulder. The Duke climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Puppeteer goes to punch the Duke. The Duke shoves Puppeteer away. Slayer punches the Duke, then tries clotheslining him over the top. The Duke is swaying on the top rope. Slayer steps backwards, then goes to clothesline the Duke. The Duke grabs Slayer by his throat, then throws him over the top rope. Slayer lands onto the floor. Puppeteer jumps up onto the Duke's back, then locks in a sleeper hold. The Duke tries grabbing Puppeteer's head, then falls to his knees. Looks like Duke is gonna take a nap, said announcer number 2. Nighty night, said announcer number 1. Ghost stands up, then superkicks Puppeteer. Puppeteer falls off of the Duke's back. Are you all right? Asked Ghosts. The Duke grabs Ghost by his throat, lifts him up, then chokeslams him onto the mat. I don't need anyone's help, said the Duke, turning around, then sees Hazard. Hazard is staring at the Duke. What did you do that for? We're on the same side, said Hazard. Shut up, said the Duke, pushing Hazard. Hazard looks at the Duke, then punches him. The Duke knees Hazard's stomach. Hazard groans. The Duke grabs Hazard by his throat. Let's go for a ride, said the Duke. Hazard kicks the Duke in his testicles. The Duke groans. Let's go of Hazard, then falls onto the mat. Perfection appears behind Hazard, grabs him, then throws him over the top rope. Hazard lands on top of the hippo. Come on guys, said Perfection. Both Genie and Slayer slide into the ring. Perfection points at the Duke. The Duke continues groaning. All 4 grab the Duke, then throw him into the ring post. The Duke groans. Get the clipboard, said Genie. Slayer climbs up the ladder. Ghost slides into the ring with a steel chair, stands up, then swings it. The steel chair hits Perfection's stomach, then his back. Perfection groans. Ghost swings the steel chair again. The steel chair hits Genie's head. Puppeteer kicks Ghost's stomach, grabs the steel chair, then swings it. The steel chair hits Ghost's back. Ghost groans. Get it, Slayer, said Puppeteer. Slayer reaches for the clipboard. Hazard slides into the ring, then pushes the ladder. Slayer gets hung up onto ropes, then groans. Puppeteer swings the steel chair. Hazard kicks Puppeteer's stomach, pushes him into ropes, then does a sit-out spinebuster onto him. Puppeteer groans. Hazard stands up, then sets up the ladder. Hazard's gonna do it, said announcer number 2. Hazard climbs up the ladder. The Duke grabs Hazard's right leg. Hazard looks down at the Duke. What is Duke doing? Asked announcer number 1. The Duke grabs Hazard by his throat, lifts him off the ladder, then does a chokeslam onto him. Hazard groans. I'm gonna get that clipboard myself, said the Duke. The hippo stands up outside of the ring. The Duke lifts Ghost over his head, then throws him onto the hippo. Onto his own teammate, said announcer number 2. The Duke looks up at the clipboard, then smiles. Perfection's chop blocks the Duke's leg. The Duke falls onto the mat, then holds his right leg. Perfection grabs the steel chair, then continuously hits the Duke. The Duke continuously groaning. Perfection looks at Puppeteer, then sees him slowly moving. "Hey, get up the ladder and grab that clipboard," said Perfection, swinging the steel chair. The Duke rolls outside. Puppeteer slowly climbs up the ladder. Ghost appears on the ledge of the ring. Perfection swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits Ghost's head. Hazard is kneeling on the mat. Perfection swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits Hazard's back. Hazard groans. Puppeteer gets to the top of the ladder, grabs the clipboard, then pulls it down. Bell dings. Here are your winners, Genie, Puppeteer, Slayer and Perfection, said announcer number 3. Puppeteer raises the clipboard, then climbs down the ladder. Perfection hugs Puppeteer. Well, congratulations to Team Genie. All 8 of these men are great competitors. But in the end, Team Genie won, said announcer number 2. That's right, and by the way folks, we had a little event yesterday, where Tempest, our ladies champion, won her ladder match, and got picked for JDW Blood Rumble. Congratulations to her, said announcer number 1. The only person with a title to be picked, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is a fatal 4-way TLC match, and the first person to pull down the clipboard will be the winner, and the next pick for JDW Blood Rumble. Introducing the challengers, Mayhem, the Viper, one half of the tag team champions, Digger, and the Governor, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. The Governor runs at Mayhem, then spears him. Mayhem rolls outside of the ring. Both Digger and the Viper are looking at the Governor. Come on, who's next? Asked the Governor. Digger goes through the middle ropes. The Governor kicks the Viper's stomach. The Viper groans, then gets bounced off the ropes. The Governor does a back elbow onto the Viper. The Viper rolls outside of the ring. The Governor looks at Digger. What? Asked Digger. The Governor goes through the middle ropes. Digger starts running. The Governor chases Digger around the ring. The Viper stands, then clotheslines the Governor onto the floor. The Governor groans. The Viper looks at Digger. Digger kicks the Viper's stomach, then bounces his head off the ledge of the ring. The Viper groans. Digger grabs a ladder, slides it into the ring, rolls inside, then stands up. The ladder is being set up. Digger starts climbing up the ladder. Mayhem slides into the ring, stands up, then climbs up the other side of the ladder. Both Digger and Mayhem are punching each other. Digger grabs Mayhem's head, then goes to bounce it off the top of the ladder. Mayhem blocks, then punches Digger's left side. Digger groans. Mayhem grabs Digger's head, then bounces it off the top of the ladder. Digger is swaying on the top of the ladder. Mayhem pushes Digger. Digger falls onto the mat, then rolls. Mayhem reaches for the clipboard. The Viper grabs Mayhem's right leg, then tries pulling him down. Mayhem tries kicking the Viper. The Viper pulls onto Mayhem's right leg. Again, Mayhem falls off of the ladder, then lands face first on the mat. The Viper picks up Mayhem, lifts him onto his shoulders, then does a Samoan drop onto him. Oh, and Quat, Snake Pit and Quat, connects, said announcer number 1. The Viper stands up, then starts to climb up the ladder. The Governor slides into the ring, stands up, then grabs the Viper's right leg. The Viper tries kicking the Governor. The Governor holding onto the Viper's right leg, then bangs it against the ladder. The Viper groans, then holds his right leg. The Governor grabs the Viper's left leg, then pulls it through the rung of the ladder. The Viper is hanging upside down on the ladder. The Governor starts climbing up the other side of the ladder. A steel chair hits the Governor's back. The Governor groans, then tires holding onto the ladder. The steel chair hits the Governor's back again. The Governor falls off of the ladder. Digger appears holding the steel chair. The Viper is still hanging upside down on the ladder. Digger looks at the Viper, approaches him, then swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits the Viper's left leg. The Viper is groaning. "He's gonna injure that leg badly," said announcer number 2. Digger swings the steel chair again. The steel chair hits the Viper's left leg again. The Viper gets unhooked, falls onto the mat, then holds his left leg. Digger drops the steel chair, then pulls out a pair of brass knuckles. Mayhem is slowly standing up. Digger punches Mayhem with the brass knuckles. Mayhem falls through the middle ropes. Digger grabs the Viper's left leg, then puts a half crab onto him. The Viper groaning. Digger starts punching the Viper's left leg with the brass knuckles. The Viper is screaming. "Viper's really in pain," said announcer number 1. Digger lets go of the half crab. The Viper rolls outside of the ring. Digger smiles, takes off the pair of brass knuckles, then turns around. The Governor spears Digger. Digger is groaning. "The Governor just speared Digger out of nowhere," said announcer number 2. "He didn't see it coming either," said announcer number 1. The Governor stands up, groans, then starts climbing up the ladder. "All 3 opponents are down and out," said announcer number 2. The Governor gets to the top of the ladder. Digger grabs the other side of the ladder, then slowly climbs up it. The Governor tries reaching for the clipboard. Digger punches the Governor's stomach. The Governor groans, the punches Digger. Digger groans. The Governor reaches for the clipboard again. Digger punches the Governor's stomach again, then bounces his head off the top of the ladder. The Governor is swaying on the top of the ladder. Digger reaches for the clipboard. The Governor pulls himself up, then punches Digger. Digger goes down a few rungs of the ladder. The Governor reaches for the clipboard. Digger pulls out the pair of brass knuckles, climbs up the ladder, then punches the Governor's left side. The Governor groans. Digger grabs the Governor's head, then goes to punch him with the pair of brass knuckles. The Governor blocks, headbutts Digger, bounces his head off the top of the ladder, grabs his left arm, then punches himself with the brass knuckles. Digger falls off of the ladder, then lands onto the mat. The Governor looks up at the clipboard, grabs, then pulls it down. "Bell dings. Here's your winner, the Governor," said announcer number 3. The Governor raises the clipboard. "Congratulations to the Governor," said announcer number 2. "Definitely. Blood Rumble is getting one of the best. Oh, by the way folks, we also had another pick over the weekend. Ann Dennis has picked the Hood to be on her show," said announcer number 1. "I still can't believe that happened," said announcer number 2. "Bell dings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall and is a 6-women tag team ladder match. The first team to climb the ladder and retrieve the clipboard will be the next picks for ADW Hatred Slam. Introducing the challengers, Tigress, Mantra, and Onyxia, and their opponents, Maniator, Scarlet, and Electric," said announcer number 3. "Bell dings. Maniator runs, then double clotheslines both Mantra and Tigress. Onyxia looks at Maniator. Maniator pushes Onyxia into the corner, grabs her, then throws her across the ring. Both Mantra and Tigress stand up. Both Electric and Scarlet dropkick both Mantra and Tigress. Both Mantra and Tigress roll outside of the ring. Onyxia stands up. Maniator lifts Onyxia over her head, then drops her onto the mat. Onyxia groans. Get a ladder. Scarlet rolls outside of the ring, grabs a ladder, then turns around. Mantra clotheslines Scarlet hard onto the floor. Electric, standing next to the ropes, then slingshots herself onto Mantra. Maniator is looking at Electric. Come on, said Maniator. Electric stands up, grabs a ladder, then slides it into the ring. Maniator grabs the ladder, then goes to set it up. Tigress dropkicks the ladder into Maniator. Maniator falls onto the mat, then groans. Electric slides into the ring, stands up, then goes to clothesline. Tigress ducks. Electric turns around. Tigress back kicks Electric's stomach. Electric falls to her knees. Tigress does another back kick. Electric gets kicked into her face, then rolls outside of the ring. Tigress turns around. Maniator clotheslines Tigress, grabs her head, then bounces it off the turnbuckle. Tigress groaning. Maniator whips Tigress towards the corner. Tigress jumps onto the second ropes, then does a crossbody onto Maniator. Maniator groaning. Tigress stands up, then turns around. Scarlet kicks Tigress's stomach, then sets her up for a powerbomb. Onyxia clotheslines Scarlet. Scarlet stands up. Onyxia lifts Scarlet, then slams her onto the mat. Scarlet groans. Onyxia picks up Scarlet, then throws her through the middle ropes. Tigress stands up, then grabs the ladder. The ladder is being set up. Maniator hits Tigress's back, then bounces her head off the ladder. Onyxia goes to punch Maniator. Maniator blocks, knees Onyxia's stomach, then throws her through the middle ropes. Mantra slides into the ring, stands up, runs at Maniator, then rams her into the corner. Maniator groaning. Mantra goes for a running bulldog. Maniator pushes Mantra into the ladder. Mantra groaning. Maniator grabs Mantra. Onyxia appears climbing onto the ledge of the ring. Maniator throws Mantra into Onyxia. Both Mantra and Onyxia fall onto the floor. Electric slides into the ring. Maniator picks Tigress up, then wraps her arms. Come on, do your rolling clothesline, said Maniator. Electric rolls onto the mat, jumps up, then goes for a clothesline. Tigress moves. Electric clotheslines Maniator, then turns around. Tigress superkicks Electric. Electric falls onto the mat, then rolls onto the ledge of the ring. Tigress grabs the ladder, then sets it up. Scarlet hits Tigress's back. Tigress groans. Scarlet bounces Tigress off the ropes. Tigress holds onto the ropes. Scarlet runs at Tigress. Tigress lifts Scarlet over the top rope. Scarlet lands onto the ledge of the ring, then grabs Tigress's hair. Both Mantra and Onyxia hit Scarlet's back. Scarlet groans. Both Mantra and Onyxia lift Scarlet up for a double powerbomb, then drop her onto the floor. Scarlet groans. Tigress kneeling next to the ropes. Electric grabs Tigress's head. Tigress moves Electric's arms, then kicks her stomach. Electric groans. Tigress wraps her arms around Electric's, then does a tiger suplex. Electric rolls outside of the ring. Tigress slowly stands up. Maniator stands, then bumps into Tigress. Both Maniator and Tigress turn around, then start punching each other. Maniator knees Tigress's stomach, then bounces off the ropes. Tigress superkicks Maniator. Maniator staggers backwards, bounces off the ropes, then clotheslines Tigress hard. Tigress flips onto the mat. Electric slowly standing up. Outside of the ring. Onyxia pushes Electric into the ring post. Come on, said Mantra, sliding into the ring, then stands up. Both Mantra and Onyxia pick up Maniator, then throw her into the ring post. Maniator falls onto the ledge of the ring. Mantra runs, then does baseball slide onto Maniator. Maniator falls onto the floor, then groans. Onyxia sets up the ladder, then pats Tigress. Tigress is slowly moving. "Come on," said Onyxia. Tigress stands up, then walks towards the ladder. Scarlet climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Mantra bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then spears Scarlet off the ledge of the ring. Both Mantra and Scarlet land onto the floor. Tigress stands up. Electric slides into the ring, grabs Onyxia, then throws her through the middle ropes. Onyxia lands onto the floor. Electric turns around. Tigress superkicks Electric. Electric falls onto the mat, then rolls outside of the ring. Tigress starts climbing up the ladder. Maniator climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Tigress steps down, then superkicks Maniator. Maniator falls onto the floor. Tigress grabs the ladder, then climbs up it. Will Tigress be able to grab the clipboard? Asked announcer number 1. Tigress gets to the top of the ladder, grabs the clipboard, then pulls it down. Bell dings. "Here are your winners, Tigress, Mantra, and Onyxia," said announcer number 3. Tigress climbs down the ladder. Both Mantra and Onyxia roll into the ring, then stand up. "Congratulations to Tigress, Onyxia, and Mantra," said announcer number 1. "They definitely deserve this," said announcer number 2. "Ain't that the truth? Well, folks, we've made it to the main event. And I hope you're ready," said announcer number 1. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a triple threat tag team ladder match. The first team to climb the ladder and retrieve the clipboard will be the winners and the next pick for JDW Blood Rumble. Introducing the challengers, Blue Rose and the Oracle, Moxie and Ivory and Libra and Harpy, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. All 6 go through the middle ropes, then are grabbing ladders. The ladders are being slid into the ring. Harpy, Moxie and the Oracle are holding their ladders, then look at each other. The Oracle runs at Moxie. Moxie throws her ladder. The ladder hits the Oracle. The Oracle falls onto the mat. Harpy swings her ladder. The ladder hits Moxie. Moxie falls through the middle ropes. Ivory climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Harpy runs at Ivory. The ladder hits Ivory. Ivory falls off the ledge of the ring, then her head bounces off the announce table. Harpy turns around. Blue Rose is holding air ladder. Harpy runs at Blue Rose. Blue Rose throws her ladder at Harpy. The ladder hits Harpy. Harpy falls onto the mat, then rolls outside of the ring. Blue Rose grabs the ladder, then sets it up. Libra grabs Blue Rose's head, then bounces it off the ladder. Blue Rose groans. Libra throws Blue Rose through the middle ropes, then turns around. The Oracle kicks Libra in her stomach, jumps up, then does a Famouser onto her. Moxie slides into the ring, then runs at the Oracle. Both Moxie and the Oracle go through the middle ropes, then land onto the floor. Harpy slides into the ring, then sets up the ladder. Blue Rose climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Harpy runs at Blue Rose. Blue Rose pulls down the top rope. Harpy goes over the top rope, then lands onto the floor. Blue Rose rolls into the ring, then walks towards the ladder. Ivory slides into the ring. Blue Rose kicks Ivory's stomach. Ivory groans. Blue Rose grabs Ivory, then throws her into the corner. Ivory groans. Blue Rose leaning against the ropes, then goes to walk. Moxie grabs Blue Rose's right leg, then pulls her outside of the ring. Blue Rose knees Moxie's stomach, then walks towards the steel stairs. Moxie blocks, elbows Blue Rose's stomach, then bounces her head off the steel stairs. Blue Rose groaning. Moxie slides into the ring, then goes to climb up the ladder. Libra turns Moxie around, then punches her. Moxie groans, then punches Libra. Both Libra and Moxie are continuously punching each other. Libra goes to punch Moxie. Moxie ducks, runs, then bounces off the ropes. Harpy swings a steel chair. The steel chair hits Moxie's back. Moxie groans. Libra kicks Moxie's stomach, then does a DDT onto her. Libra just nailed her finisher, said announcer number 2. Libra, get up the ladder, said Harpy, pulling Moxie outside of the ring. Libra starts climbing up the ladder. The Oracle slides into the ring, then hits Libra's back. Libra groans. Harpy slides into the ring, then stands up. The Oracle punches Harpy. Harpy knees the Oracle's stomach, bounces her off ropes, then bends over. The Oracle stops, jumps up, then does a famouser onto Harpy. Libra looks down at the Oracle. The Oracle stands up, then looks up at Libra. Libra jumps off the ladder, then does a Hurricane Rana onto the Oracle. The Oracle rolls outside of the ring. Libra climbs up the turnbuckle. Blue Rose, Ivory, and the Oracle look up at Libra. Libra jumps off the top rope, then does a crossbody onto all three of them. All four are groaning. Dear Lord, these people think they're invincible, said announcer number 1. Just trying to win, like you always say, said announcer number 2. Moxie stands up, runs, then pushes Libra into the ring post. Libra falls onto the floor. Libra looks like she hit the post hard, said announcer number 1. Hopefully she's all right, said announcer number 2. Moxie slides into the ring, then starts climbing up the ladder. Harpy is slowly standing up, grabs the ladder, then throws it at Moxie. The ladder hits Moxie. Moxie falls off of the ladder, then groans. Harpy picks up the ladder, lifts it over her head, then drops it onto Moxie. Moxie groans. Harpy kicks Moxie outside of the ring, then leans against the ropes. Blue Rose, Ivory, and the Oracle are slowly standing up outside of the ring. Harpy grabs the ladder, lifts it over her head, then throws it. All three move out of the way. The ladder hits the barricade. The Oracle grabs Harpy's legs, then pulls her outside of the ring. Both Harpy and the Oracle start punching each other. Harpy knees the Oracle's stomach, then goes to throw her into the barricade. The Oracle reverses it, then throws Harpy into the barricade. Harpy groans. The Oracle looks at the ladder, then slides it. What is going on in the Oracle's mind? Asked announcer number 1. The Oracle picks up Harpy, kicks her stomach, jumps up, then does a famouser onto the ladder. Both Harpy and the Oracle are groaning. Ivory is looking at Moxie, then looks up at the clipboard. I'll get it, said Ivory, sliding into the ring, then starts climbing up the ladder. Blue Rose peeking up, then slowly slides into the ring. Ivory gets to the top of the ladder, then reaches for the clipboard. Blue Rose pushes the ladder over. Ivory falls outside, then lands onto both Libra and Moxie. Blue Rose looks around, smiles, sets up the ladder, then climbs up it. Will Blue Rose get the clipboard? Asked announcer number 2. Blue Rose gets to the top of the ladder, grabs the clipboard, then pulls it down. Bell dings. Here are tour winners, Blue Rose and the Oracle, said announcer number 3. Blue Rose is holding up the clipboard. Yes, I'm a pick baby, said Blue Rose, climbing down the ladder. The Oracle stands up, then looks at Blue Rose. Blue Rose hugs the Oracle. Well, another great night. I want to thank everyone for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye-bye, said announcer number 2 waving. Both Blue Rose and the Oracle are raising their arms. The end.